guys, I hope you all are doing well today. I'm sorry we were not able to meet on Zoom, but hopefully that will all get fixed and on Monday I'll be able to see you again. I just wanted to send you this quick video to talk a little bit more about the word although and how we use it in normal life. And I'm going to give you a little bit more homework just to be practicing so that when we get together on Monday, we'll have some things to talk about. So if you have your book, this is the student book. Take a look at page 72, where it says Lesson B, Clauses of Concession at the top. Now for homework, on Monday, I had you do number 2 under practice, where you wrote these sentences. And for the most part, everyone that has sent me something, everyone that has done it, has done really well. So good job if you have done that and you've sent it to me. If you haven't done it yet, please work on that over the weekend and send it to me however much you are able to do right now. I know that you are busy and I know that the times are weird, so if you have a lot of things to do, I understand that. Just do as much work as you are able to do. But those of you who have done it, well done. It looks like we are understanding how to use it pretty well. So I want us to go one step further and start talking about it, not just in the book life, but in your normal life. So on Monday, we talked about how we use although when things are mismatched, when you have a positive reason or a positive cause and a negative effect. So the example here says, although email is fast, so it's a positive reason, Mr. Chung doesn't like to use it, so a negative effect. So that mismatch of having a positive reason and a negative effect means that we use although to talk about that positive reason. It can also be the other way. It can be a negative reason but a positive effect. So in our example from Monday, when we talked about Mrs. Morales, who uses her cell phone, she talks about it is not money saving, or it is expensive. It does not save money, but she still likes it. So although it does not save money, she still uses and likes her cell phone. So when we are talking about this in our normal lives, we do this very similarly to how the book is describing it. So I'm sure you do this all the time in your first language, but a lot of times we will talk about it if someone asks us why we use our phone, or if we like our technology, or when we are giving our opinion about something. So let's look at an example from our normal life that is similar to what the book talks about. So if I am talking about my cell phone, if someone asks me, do you like your cell phone? Do you think having a cell phone is a good thing? Overall, I am very positive about my cell phone. It is something I like. It is something I use. It is something that is very, very common. So, even though it's something overall I am positive about, there are still advantages, or good things, and disadvantages, or bad things. So some advantages to my cell phone: it is very fast, I can talk to people immediately, and it's very convenient. I can go anywhere, I can use it at any time. Then some disadvantages, so just like Mrs. Morales talked about, it is very expensive, and it can be distracting. It can divert my attention to other things. So if someone asks me, what do you think about your cell phone? I can say, I like my cell phone. Although it is expensive, I still think it is a good thing. Or although it can be distracting, overall I like having a cell phone. I think it is very useful. So you can do this with all kinds of things. You can talk about taking English classes. So if you're talking about if one of your friends asks you, why do you take English classes? You can talk about the advantages and disadvantages. If you are talking about the disadvantages, you can use although. So, although it takes time, although it is difficult, learning English is important. Or, although it takes up time from my day, it is important for me to learn. So when you are talking about advantages and disadvantages of something, if it is something that you feel positive about, you're going to use although to talk about those disadvantages. And in the same way, if it's something that you are negative about, you can use although to talk about the advantages. So in your book, we talked about Mr. Chung, who doesn't like technology. So if he was talking about his cell phone and he does not like it, very ugly, whatever. If we're talking about his cell phone and he doesn't like his cell phone, he would use although to talk about the advantages. So he would say, although it is fast, I don't like having a cell phone. Or although it can be very convenient, I don't think having a cell phone is a good idea. So if you are positive about something, you're going to use although to talk about the disadvantages. And if you are negative about something, you're going to use although to talk about the advantages of it. Now, for homework, what I want you to do, I want you to make a chart like this. So I want you to choose something. You can feel negative or positive about it. I do not care. So choose something that you either like or something you dislike. And I want you to make a chart that has the advantages of it and the disadvantages of it. So because our unit is talking about technology, I want you to choose a piece of technology. It can be your cell phone, it can be your computer, it can be your microwave, your washing machine, any of those time-saving devices that we talked about at the beginning of the unit. So choose your device, tell me if you feel positive or negative about it, and then make a list of the advantages and the disadvantages of it. After you have done that, I want you to write 2 sentences using although. So if it's something you feel negative about, you're going to use those 2 sentences to talk about the advantages. If it's something you feel positive about, you're going to use those 2 sentences to talk about the disadvantages. So, to conclude, for your homework, choose a time-saving device, anything. It can be something you like or something you don't like. Tell me, do you feel positive? Is it something you like? Is it something you use? Or do you feel negative? Is it something you don't like or something you don't use? And tell me some advantages of the product and some disadvantages of the product. At least 2 for each. After you have made your chart, I want you to write 2 sentences. Both of those sentences should use although. So if you feel negative about it, those should be 2 sentences talking about the advantages. And if you feel positive, they will be 2 sentences talking about the disadvantages. So for homework, device, positive or negative, advantages and disadvantages, and then just 2 sentences. We will talk about all of these on Monday. So I will send that to you on Remind so you can read it and have a clear idea of what I'm looking for. I am also going to send you some more information about Burlington English so that you can keep practicing some vocabulary for the unit. Please practice for at least 30 minutes a week. That would be the minimum, but the more you practice, the more comfortable you'll be getting with that vocabulary. So for homework, this example where you're choosing your device and writing your 2 sentences, and then practicing using Burlington English. I will send you all this on Remind, and if you have any questions, please let me know. Hopefully, I will see you all on Monday. I hope you have a great weekend. Enjoy the sunshine, and I will see you soon. Bye.